House Speaker Kevin McCarthy meeting with President Biden tomorrow on the debt ceiling after 24 senators sent a letter to Biden saying they will not vote to raise the debt limit without spending cuts. Senator Mike Braun was one of those senators, and he joins us right now. Senator, good to see you. Thanks for joining us on the bottom line. Good for you for being one of those 24 for signing this red line going, you know what, we're not raising the debt limit unless we get spending cuts. My question, though, is aren't there 49 Republicans in the Senate? Where are the rest of them?
That's true. And hey, before we get to that subject, congratulations on your new show. When you can cover Bernie Sanders, chickens, and hogs all in the same segment, it's going to be dynamite. And tell
Senator.
Charlie I want to order a couple dozen eggs. We were out of them in Jasper, Indiana, when I was home over the weekend. So, yes, where would be the rest of us? Because I've been here 4 years and been probably one of the loudest voices on this doesn't work anywhere else like it does here. And eventually I think we'll get everyone on, but let's look at the 4 years. It's been Republicans and Democrats that have kind of shared that burden of no budgets, spending. The last 2 years have been government enterprise on steroids, and we've seen what's happened. So they like it like that. I'm on budget, no budget mechanics, no regular order. That's when they dump these big monstrosities of an omnibus bill, 4,100 pages, 2 days before you vote on it. Every Republican should be against that. Everyone should be on that letter. Some still, I think, have got to be convinced because the Democrats are unapologetic about it. We're the party of fiscal conservatism. We need to be louder about it.
Senator, we have actually talked about that. It was the Republicans in the Senate, and I could sit here and name them, but starting with the minority leader, Mitch McConnell and Lindsey Graham, and Mitt Romney, co-signing on to about $1.2 trillion in spending with the Democrats during the last 2 years. And again, with that omnibus spending bill, taking the power away from the Republicans that had just taken over the House, now led by Kevin McCarthy, but passing that, he kind of lost a stick, if you will.
Well, sure, they would have had the perfect opportunity to not have all that omnibus spending put into next year's footprint. And we've done that. That's kind of water under the bridge.
Right.
And what we're trying to do now is say enough is enough. This same song and dance occurs every year. The Dems love it. Some of the neocon defense hawks do too, because it all gets in there. And then the rest of us, I was an appropriator over the last Congress. We didn't even meet as appropriators because it's all done behind closed doors. Got to change. It's shameful that we've put this much debt on future generations. And Biden unapologetically at least has put a budget out there, but it shows us $45 trillion in debt in just 10 years. And it'll be worse than that when you price in the true cost of interest. So now's the time, if we're the party of fiscal conservatism, let's show it. Let's have the House get stuff over here, and let's back them 100%. Schumer probably won't bring it to the floor, but at least we can tell the country we are all on board as Republicans.
That's right, Senator. Listen, I want to thank you for being a fiscal conservative and someone who's not afraid to stand up and go, you know what? We should all, as Republicans, and even some Democrats, be fiscal conservatives. You've had a clear voice on that. Thank you, and thank you for joining us today on The Bottom Line. Appreciate it.
You bet. My pleasure.